Part 2, folks. So life lessons once again. Put your phone, or in my case, put my phone on Do Not Disturb while I'm trying to do a video, a life lesson. Someone calling me, not realizing I'm in the middle of a life lesson here on my phone, talking to you, and I get interrupted. So now what do? I have to go into the goddamn phone settings and push Do Not Disturb so my wisdom does not get interrupted. And now I'm seeing the voicemail notification, which is annoying me. So we go back to the anecdote. So basically, I go into this theater, there's 600 fucking seats, about 450 are sold, and right away, this production, I know they've been working hard. It's a cast of maybe 20, 25 people. There's gospel overtures, there's religion overtures, Christianity overtures. The play, I believe, was about a preacher, and was he cheating on his wife, perhaps? And what does that mean to the congregation? All these wonderful things. I go in there, and what happens? Automatically, immediately, there is audio feedback. There is feedback from the actors on stage, of which the actors are acknowledging. The actors are breaking character and saying, hey, there's something wrong here. Or trying to stay in character and say, what's that noise? And what it was, I believe, and I'm not an audio expert, folks, I believe that the speakers were turned the wrong way. Either the speakers or the monitors were turned inward, facing the actors, or facing the audience, the reverse of what they should have been. So there was this horrible, god-awful feedback, and this continued. And I was waiting for someone to pull the plug on this thing, someone to say, hey, we got to take a little time out, folks. Obviously, as you can hear, we're having a little audio difficulty. Let's have a quick 10-minute intermission while we gather our sources and figure this out. If anyone in the audience is an audio expert or has an idea what might be going on, please let us know if you can help us. All you had to fucking do. Instead, we all sit there like fucking assholes, all 450 people in the audience, the 20 or 30 people involved in the show, and we suffer through this goddamn audio fucking horrid nightmare. And I see children in the audience, small children that have been brought to this play, are crying. They are hating theater. They're hating the experience. They're being traumatized, thinking that theater is this weird thing that's going to hurt their ears, and they're never going to pursue what could have been their dream of being a professional stage actor. So I was very upset. I didn't know what to do. I was not in the inner circle of this goddamn show. The friend of mine that I knew was in it was not available for me to speak to him and say, hey, please tell whoever's in charge of this goddamn thing to look into the audio speakers and so forth. So, long effing fucking story short, I sat around through intermission. I think I don't know if I tried to speak to someone to give some advice or whatnot. The show starts up again, and the second act, I'm like, okay, the second act, they're gonna have this thing fucking figured out, and guess the fuck what? They didn't. So I stood up and left, and I felt bad. My friend, my acting student who I'd come all these miles to come see, I saw some of his performance, but obviously not all of it, because the audio was so goddamn horrendous that I wasn't going to spend my time. I'd already spent my fucking money, but I just felt so embarrassed for everyone involved. And I remember speaking to this kind gentleman. Oh, actually, no, I won't skip a step. The next day I checked fucking Facebook, and the director slash producer slash writer of this fucking nightmare is on Facebook, and he's saying, oh, it was the devil. The devil was trying to stop us. And look, folks, hey, whatever your Christian beliefs, your Catholic beliefs, your Buddhist beliefs, whatever your beliefs, your Muslim beliefs, your Muslim beliefs, if you are going to blame the devil for the fact that you didn't do a fucking audio test, you are an asshole. I'm sorry. It's not the fucking devil's responsibility to fuck with your audio. You have to do the audio test, shit for brains. So I was very distraught. I was very upset. I called my friend that was in this thing. I gave him the goddamn riot act. I said, why couldn't someone fucking, I said, I believe there were people, because I heard the buzz. I went to this show by myself, but I talked to a few people. People came in from out of state to see this thing. People had put months of their lives into this thing. People had invested money, and the whole thing was for shit, because the director, the producer, whoever the fuck, couldn't adjust the speaker, and so forth. So it was very disappointing, and then to go on social media and to blame the devil, I just thought was a fucking joke. And no offense, But that's when people who are secular, whatever you want to call it, non-believers, they laugh, they mock Christians when they don't take responsibility for their own fucking lives. Or for the fucking simple audio test. So the point of the fucking matter is this, folks. If you go back to part 1 of this fucking video, which was interrupted by my friend trying to call me and interrupt me while I'm doing a Messier fucking life lesson, I'm not going to get dicked in the ass like that. I'm buying the goddamn audio fucking wire because I did the audio test today. I took the fucking time. I drove to the goddamn venue, 90 minutes away, went in there, beads of sweat, the audio system, the TV and the fucking speaker that I had did not match up properly. So then I had to fucking assess the situation. I brought the goddamn wires that I had into the Best Buy. The young gentleman suggested this, and hopefully it'll work. And if it doesn't work, I have a fucking backup. Now, granted, the backup will not be as good as this. If this works, that will make everything smooth as fucking silk. But other assholes along the line, A, wouldn't have done an audio test. B, they just would have used the audio from the TV. They wouldn't bring an exterior speaker to the situation. They would not have requested a bigger TV from the venue, which provided it so nicely. And what else? They would not have left the venue and pursued a wire on a Friday night. They would have just used the backup. So all these choke points, all these places of interest in this anecdote where others have failed, others would have failed, but I succeed. Why? Because I give a flying shit. Because if it's my event, if it's my venue that I'm renting for the day, I'm trying to entertain fuckers in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes. If I have to buy a goddamn $15 probably got it for $2 or $3 on Amazon, but it's the last goddamn minute. I pay the price, I get it for 15 bucks. I'm happy with that deal because now I know that I've exhausted the possibilities. If I get there tomorrow and this wire does not work, and if it's a flying fucking failure, then at least I know I fucking tried. But unlike this shit for brain 4 years ago that has the goddamn speaker turned the wrong fucking way, and everybody's agitated, and here I am telling this anecdote 4 years later. See, it's prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So I'm just trying to help you. Part 1 and part 2. If you are watching part 2 and you did not see part 1, I highly recommend you go back to part 1, watch that first, then watch this second. MikeMessier.com, Mike Messier YouTube channel. We've got more Barry Primus on the way, more life lessons with me, the whole life lessons playlist. Everything I do is wonderful. Like and subscribe. Tell all your goddamn idiot friends to like and subscribe my channel and watch everything I do because it's profoundly interesting. MikeMessier.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.